everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a reading on ancestral karma, healing, gifts that are passed down, lessons that are passed down. Basically, we're going to have some insight to the ancestral realm and see what your ancestors are either trying to communicate with you or what they're passing down, what healing is happening in your life currently, or what karma you are currently transcending. Along those lines, we're gonna look at what patterns or energies are kind of playing out specifically related to your ancestors. So I'm using the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards, one of my favorite ones, not just for this reading, but just in general. It's such a beautiful deck and I love it. I'm also going to use the Sacred Power reading cards. So, these two are kind of to look at themes and cycles that are playing out. And then we're going to use tarot. We're going to use the Spirit Song Tarot today to look deeper into the situation. And then lastly, we're going to use the Messages from Heaven deck to kind of pull a final message from your ancestors. So I wanted to add, before we get started, that it's important while we kind of do such readings, or even, by yourself if you're praying or healing with your ancestors, to kind of invoke your ancestors that are most wise and, loving and kind and healed and, the positive energy, because we do have ancestors that may, have gone through really tough times, who may not have such a positive or uplifting energy. And sometimes those energies get passed down to us for healing. But also, more than that, you don't want to open up to those types of energies, even if they are ancestral. So I have the rose quartz here, and I have the onyx. So the rose quartz is to invoke the kind, the wise, the most loving of ancestors to come through and provide guidance in this reading. And then I have the onyx here for protection as well, to kind of protect from some of the darker energies and to bring the light in the situation, to bring whatever is positive and what needs to, or what we're learning right now, to bring that in positive light, so we can heal and kind of free ourselves from our ancestral burdens. So we're gonna get started, and I'll be right back with the piles. So let's get started with the pile prep. So what I do is, before I do the reading, I move the boxes and I just set the cards on my table so I don't have clutter. So I gotta pause while I do that. So we're gonna create 4 piles. We're gonna do it separately because I don't want I want to avoid overlap in the messages. So I'm gonna try to do 4 piles so we kind of get more distinct messages, rather than if I use the same deck to shuffle and we get repeated messages, which always serve as a good sign, but this time I want distinct messages. So it's gonna be pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. I love how vivid this card, or this cover is. Well, this is the Sacred Power reading cards. I love this too. Okay, to show. I love the imagery in this one too. Okay. And then we're also gonna pull the Message from Heaven card for each deck. And we'll do the tarot as we go. I'm not gonna pull the cards right now. So these are the 4 piles. So kind of pay attention to your intuition here, and pick a pile that feels most joyous and positive for you. If you want to grab a crystal while you do this, to kind of connect with your ancestors, you know, go ahead and do that now. And, you know, I also wanted to specify I'm not a channel. I don't channel other spirits. I intuitively read cards, and I communicate with my own guides as I'm doing so. So my own guides, including my own ancestors or angels, masters, deities, that I closely connect to, are the ones I'm calling on to help me translate this message for you. And just as a side note, I don't personally do that, and I don't encourage that much either, unless you have you know, someone who's trained in teaching you to channel, because a lot can go wrong with channeling. That might have to be in its own video, but I just wanted to clarify that. So we will see you in the individual readings. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pick one, all, or none. If nothing is resonating with you, don't force it. Come back another time if you're really seeking a message, or, you know, when we do another one of these readings, perhaps those messages will resonate more. So don't worry if you are not resonating with any. So we will see you with pile 1. Welcome, pile 1. So we will come back to this one last, so I'm gonna set it right there. And then you have Divine Consciousness and Embrace Your Inner Gypsy, and this says Freedom, Fun, Music. So I also wanted to clarify, even though we use this word a lot, the people identify as the Roma people. So instead of this word, I'm going to call them the Roma people, who actually do have heritage in India. And, you know, they are people who have kind of always been outcasts and have not really been accepted by their culture. So they have their own very unique and beautiful culture. And, you know, I think even though a lot of people, you know, use this word, you know, often in the spiritual world too, as, you know, kind of carefree, this nomadic, fun, lively lifestyle, I think we have to accept the fact that they have been persecuted a lot and largely, you know, unknown, and not really, it's not mainstream, you know, their persecution. So it's important to kind of acknowledge that too. So with this card coming up in your reading, perhaps, you know, your ancestors have gone through a similar experience where they were maybe separated from their original land and kind of created their own culture and their own way of celebration and freedom and fun, and you know, found a way to thrive regardless of the darkness they had faced. So the message coming to you is truly beautiful. It's asking you to embrace the freedom and fun, especially the creative freedom and I think even physical freedom that you have, that perhaps, your ancestors really prayed for and longed for. So, you are a prayer answered from your ancestors. So whatever they had wished for, you are now living that life. So you are the answer to their prayers. So make sure to honor that, and truly, have fun, embrace the freedom, and this could be anything. If you're feeling constricted by, just your job or a relationship or something, know that you have the freedom or the free will to free yourself from that situation, to move on, to go where you need to go. You have that option, you have that freedom. And even today, lots of people don't have that. So embrace that. And that's a way of showing gratitude, right? Like embracing this energy and kind of living it is a way of showing gratitude for that energy. So freedom, fun, music, dance, enjoy yourself, make time for more fun. And, with this card coming here, this is clearly something that the divine is also wanting for you. And people kind of separate, their spiritual life from their real life sometimes. And, we do that too, kind of maybe unintentionally sometimes. Like I do that for sure. But it's not, there's no like different, there's no part of your life that is not divine or not spiritual. So invoke the divine energy, the light, the love, the freedom, and, power that comes from being a child of the divine, and express that and honor that power by, having fun, celebrating your freedom, dancing, singing, making music, just allowing your body to move so freely and enjoy the gifts that your body allows you to have, right? The freedom of just movement and pleasure, that freedom you feel when you're just dancing to, a song that you love, or something that dancing with your community and your friends, make time for that, embrace that, because your ancestors really want you to do that. And you can also think of this as an offering. If you know that you have ancestors like this, like treat your dance, your music, as an offering to them, and allow yourself to feel this freedom. This is something that is part of your destiny as well, or part of your life, part of your karmic journey, is to actually liberate yourself from some of these patterns that maybe, or even traditions or situations that may feel constricting to you, to liberate yourself from that and simply enjoy, dance, be free, have fun, celebrate. So let's pull some tarot and see what comes up. You have Temperance, the Empress, the Moon, King of Feathers, which is the King of Swords, and Five of Cups. It's Five of Shells here. So 3 major arcanas, which is amazing. I also like that there's the owl right in the center, which often to me kind of acts as a symbol of connection to my ancestors. I've always liked owls, and because to me they're always about like wisdom and intuition, and perception, like seeing with a sharp eye, being wise, to see clearly. So I just feel like those are qualities that come with like a lifetime of experience. So I always kind of associate owls with ancestors, and other things too, but one of the connections. So you have 3 major arcanas, which is amazing. You have 14 here and 5. So they both, 5, this adds up to 5. So this is talking about making time for fun in your life, because it's important to have that balance in life where we do what is required, and maybe life is not always fun, but we have the choice, and it's in a way our duty also to make sure that we take care of ourselves and give ourselves the fun and freedom and kind of the frivolousness of life that we just need to enjoy, just with no purpose, just celebrate being alive and being free, and make sure you give yourself that. If you're feeling overwhelmed with certain situations, give yourself this time, and by that you honor the beauty and abundance around you. You honor just being alive, being on earth, being able to just enjoy the natural luxury that the earth provides, just the air that we breathe is free. Most food and water, the earth gives it to us freely, but humans don't treat it as free. But it's asking you to kind of look at those aspects that are so abundant to us freely, and to embrace that, because there is so much that we can experience so freely, and especially things that your ancestors here might not have been able to. So make sure to acknowledge all that and to really celebrate that for yourself. And I feel like, perhaps some of you are feeling a little bit burdened with responsibilities, maybe feeling like, oh, I gotta take care of my family, so I have to keep working. I have responsibilities I need to accomplish, so I can't really take time off for myself and have fun. And this deck this spread is actually asking you to do exactly that, to take time off from your obligations. Doesn't mean you abandon them, but make time to have fun, because that's a way of giving thanks to your ancestors. That is a way of giving thanks to the earth, which is, kind of all our ancestor. We come from the earth, the same elements that are abundant in the earth are also within us. So honoring that as well. And if you are feeling kind of heavy emotions at this time, or if you're going through a heavy phase in your life, understand that it's okay. If you take time off to celebrate, sometimes we go through, kind of the darker emotions that we don't have control over. We feel that we just feel them and we can't feel otherwise, So that's okay. But make time for the lightness as well. Make time for fun and being carefree, and because that's what like is kind of your purpose right now. That's what you're being asked to do, especially if you're going through any type of like kind of heavier or negative emotions that are kind of outside your control. This is extra needed for you to, for you to choose this fun and freedom and celebration time, because that's what your ancestors are asking you to do. That's what you're being called to celebrate right now. So we're gonna pull some clarifiers. All right. So this one fell to the side. So you have 3 of Swords, Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, and 2 of Cups. So this may be that, you're kind of waiting for someone to tell you to have fun. You're waiting to waiting for an occasion to celebrate. You're looking for a reason to have fun. In this case, the way to transcend the darkness you may be feeling within you is to just is to introduce the lightness, the happiness, the levity that is needed to balance your energy right now. So it's okay if you're grieving something. It's okay if you're going through a tough phase. Make time for laughter and being with your family, being with your community. There does not have to be a purpose. Just, do whatever is needed for you to bring this energy into your life right now of fun, freedom, happiness, dancing, celebration, that sort of thing, especially with your family or community. I think intuitively you guys know that you are kind of in need of this, that you do deserve it. But perhaps there's some obligations that are holding you back from making time or for enjoying yourself. But reach out to your ancestors and pray for this type of events or opportunities or situations in your life, and it will come to you. And you also have to do that part where you have to ask for this. You have to reach out and create time for this. And as you do so, more will come. And ultimately, your ancestors really want you to be happy. They want you to experience love and community and freedom. They really want you to be, they don't want you to be overwhelmed by responsibilities, recognizing that it is a part of life, but they don't want you to feel drowned by your responsibilities. They want you to still be free and still be lighthearted. So take this as it resonates with you. If you can make time for fun and laughter and enjoyment in your life, go ahead and do that. If there's something that, in your life that is actually holding you back from being free, where you feel controlled or limited or kind of drained, it may be time to part with that and connect with the divine, connect with your ancestors to get those answers. So let's pull this last card. This says, we have fun and you too must enjoy yourself. Okay. Yeah, should we stop right here? And you know, this is a picture of a beautiful beach. I don't really know what this is. Is this like a kayak or, I think it might be like a kayak or a boat or something, or maybe, you know, something that just stays around, like one of those beach chairs or something. I don't know, but this is what they want. They want you to be free and just enjoy. You know, nature provides things so freely. The beauty, the healing, the abundance, just the joy you feel by just being in nature. That's what your ancestors want you to experience. And also just the joy of being yourself, being free. So that's your reading, pile one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoy yourself and make time for fun, because you clearly deserve it and your ancestors want that for you as well. So we will see you next time, and take care. Welcome, pile two, to your reading. So we're gonna set this top one aside so we can come back to it later. And we have community and remember who you are. And this says culture, resilience, beliefs. So with these particular cards, your ancestors really want you to connect with your roots, and either be part of a community, build a community, or reach out to a community to kind of really learn more about your culture and beliefs and history. This is a lovely, lovely message. So I get this sense that perhaps some of you are trying to learn more about your culture, or, you know, some of you may feel that things have been forgotten or erased through time. And your ancestors are letting you know that, you know, it lives within you. And this community, and the community around you will help you to remember who you are. There are two messages here. Firstly, I feel that if you are kind of feeling alone where you are, if you feel that you don't have a community, or that the communities around you don't quite accept you, or you don't fit in with the rest of them, this is letting you know that, you know, once you kind of really tune in with who you are, you will find your community, you will find your soul tribe. And secondly, I feel that, you know, if you are trying to find out more about yourself or your ancestry, your culture, reach out to a community that can help you in this process, because there is help available. And even if you are not able to reach out kind of, you know, to like a community around you, pray from within, because guidance will come. And maybe through dreams or memories, you will kind of find out more about yourself and your family and your culture. And it's also wanting to be known. And especially if you're feeling like you don't fit in, you know, like kind of like a black sheep, something about you just, you feel different from everyone, like you were just, you know, you can't find your people around you. that itself is a sign that there is something else that is meant for you, and that you are meant to experience having a loving community, supportive and wise community as well. Yeah, so let's pull some more cards and see what comes up here. You're also asked to kind of explore your beliefs more, to kind of truly ask yourself where that came from, or where, or even the beliefs that your community holds. Where do they come from? So you're kind of asked to really explore and learn, discover, that sort of thing. Look into either your own culture or, you know, something within that is not, you know, that you're trying to find meaning outside. So you have the Shadow, which is the Devil card. Two of Shells, which is Two of Cups. The Moon, Eight of Shells, and Six of Feathers. I'm laughing because the Moon card also came out in the previous reading, and it came out at this exact same spot. And I talked about how owls kind of remind me of, you know, ancestors, because they're so wise and perceptive. And it's just, you know, the wisdom and intuition that is symbolized by the owl reminds me of Ancestor. So it's one of the connections that I make, and it was just interesting that it came out right in the middle twice so far, 2 on 2. Okay, so let me take a minute to study the cards. Okay. So there's kind of, some of you really are craving a sense of community and belonging, where you can be yourself, where maybe you are even free to explore yourself. You don't have to necessarily know exactly who you are. It's a journey, right? We keep growing, we keep learning, we keep changing. So who we are also changes with time. However, I feel that you are seeking the love and acceptance that you can't quite find around you, because there's something about you, or within yourself, where you feel like you just don't belong, you don't fit in. You are kind of the odd one out where you are. And there's a purpose for this. It's not there to punish you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's actually, this feeling is a blessing, because it's letting you know that where you are is not where you're meant to be long term. That's where you don't belong. So even though these feelings can sometimes make you feel lonely, make you feel left out, stay with it. And, you know, try your best to be kind and make the best of the community that's within you. But ultimately, you will be moving away. You will be moving to another place, or another, you know, somewhere else where you will actually feel this sense of community and belonging. And even if you don't the next time you move, you will keep moving until you find this. So you are meant to find this acceptance and love, and belonging that you are seeking. So let your discomfort, let that feeling of, you know, loneliness or not belonging serve as a reminder that you indeed do not belong in the communities that make you feel alone, make you feel left out, make you feel different, like you don't belong. So walk away from communities or people or organizations that make you feel this way. That's a sign that you're not meant to be there. And go towards what makes you happy, what resonates with you, where your beliefs are actually reflected and are acceptable, you know? And it's important because, you know, it's almost like every story starts with one person who just said, I don't like the way things are, they need to be different, right? Like every really great story or great novel, or kind of, you know, starts off that way, where there's an anomaly, you know, someone who doesn't fit in, someone who sees beyond what is so conventional and accepted, or just, you know, where everybody sees, you know, is it okay or normal? You see something different. Like you see that there's a need for more. And even if you don't know specifically what that is yet, and you just have a feeling that, I don't think this is right, I don't think this is for me, I don't think this is where I belong, that is actually a good sign. Even though it does not feel okay, that's a sign that you are meant to move towards where you truly belong. So let's pull more clarifiers and see what comes up. Okay, you got 8 of Wands, the Fool, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, and the Lovers. This was a subtle theme, but I also feel that with relationships where you don't feel accepted, don't compromise for the sake of being with someone, or you know, for the sake of community, for the sake of just not being alone. Don't settle for the wrong friends or the wrong lovers or community or people. Don't sacrifice your beliefs. Remember who you are. Don't sacrifice your views, you know, I mean, it's right here, beliefs. So there's movement indicated here for those who are kind of wanting to move. Like, even if this is not a physical move where you move from one town to another, or city or country, whatever, even if you physically don't move, there is a need to step away from the community you are currently part of and move towards communities and people who accept you more, who resonate with you more, where you feel safer and happier. Even if it's, you know, not quite exactly what you're looking for, even if it's just an upgrade from what you have currently, take that step, because there's a sense that, you know, you do need to walk away from something and walk towards something that is more meant for you. And so if you have been feeling, you know, left out and kind of struggling with that, know that you actually have the free will to walk away, and embrace that free will of walking away and moving towards something that you actually want, you know, where you want to be, where you feel more accepted. And don't be afraid here to step out of your comfort zone, because you may find that you may find love and acceptance and kind of harmony and adventure, and the happier things you are seeking with a community, you may actually find that in unexpected places. So don't be shy. Step out of your comfort zone here. Know that you deserve to be loved and accepted exactly as you are. And this may take some time. This may, you have 2 8s here, which usually indicates manifestation and quick progress. However, you may kind of feel like you're moving through communities pretty quickly, and that's okay. Keep going. Don't feel like, oh, I only went here one day, I didn't like it at all, but maybe I should go back. I mean, sure, try it, but also don't be afraid to just move away and try something new, or keep trying to find new places or new people where you are accepted. So this, this feeling that you don't belong, this feeling that you are not supported where you are, and even if this is in your past, even if you're not quite as in a dark place as you were before, even if this is something that you had struggled with in the past, know that it's changing. It's you're moving on to a happier time. This is not meant to be forever. And, just to emphasize again, it's a sign that there's something more meant for you. Because perhaps the people around you are, settling, or are just in their comfort zone, and they've been there for so long, they don't see an issue with it. But it's okay, you don't need to judge them, each one for himself or herself or themselves. But move, you do you. Don't linger where you don't feel happy. Keep moving, because ultimately you will find that community, that acceptance, that love, the belonging that you are seeking. And if, you are kind of trying to learn more about your ancestry, those will also come to you. And the people around you will actually give you, even if it's not like directly, like you will learn that within you. The community around you and how you feel about it will bring light to the answers within you. So this is not quite as direct as like, someone from the community will tell you, hey, you are part of this ancestry from this country, you were from here. It may not be so direct, but the way you feel around certain communities, the way you feel around certain people, pay attention to those feelings, because that will tell you a lot about yourself. And you may also need to transcend some of those beliefs. So pay attention to if you're feeling a sense of, like hatred is a strong word, but like a certain prejudice towards a certain community, pay attention to that too, and ask yourself where you got that from. Why do you have it? Was it kind of instilled within you, like through your upbringing, or do you just have like an inherent prejudice? Because that will also give you insight into where you are coming from. So pay attention to all that you feel within you as well. And know that, it doesn't make you a bad person. Like we all have prejudice, we all do, either one way or another. But the important part is that we transcend it. We ask ourselves why we have those beliefs. Where did they come from? Are they serving us for the highest good? And we transcend them. And this could be an ancestral pattern as well. You also may have inherited certain beliefs or prejudice from your ancestors that you are not aware of, but you also have to transcend it. So pay attention to those as well, because that will also free you from carrying this heaviness, of prejudice, or whatever it is. And when you free yourself of that, it will lead you towards better people and communities and experiences. So it's a subtle thing, but also pay attention to that, because ultimately you are kind of transcending negativity in your life or negative experiences, and they're there to help guide you to the positive, to the light, to where you are loved and accepted. So the negative emotions are also guiding you away from something. So pay attention to that too. And where necessary, learn to transcend it. So let's pull your final card. Believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. After we just talked about beliefs this whole time. Believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. So yeah, like your ancestors really want you to connect with your own power and your own abilities. And part of that process is kind of, walking away from certain communities where you don't belong, or walking towards communities where there is acceptance and, love for you. So this is so lovely. I hope you found that helpful. It was, I hope I made things clear, because there was a lot to say all at once. But know that your ancestors are, they have your back. They're watching out for you, and they want you to connect with the power within you. They want you to empower yourself. And all that you're going through in life right now is pushing you in that direction. So good luck with this journey, Pile 2. I hope this resonated. I hope you find the love and acceptance that you are seeking. And we will see you next time. Take care. Welcome, Pile 3, to your reading. So we're going to put this card here to pick later. And we have interact and relate, and we have rest. This is so lovely. So the previous pile had to do with community. Okay, but this is more about slightly different from the previous pile, and a lot different actually. This is asking you to connect with people, especially with this rest card and dolphins. Dolphins are so social and fun and playful, and they love, they have strong communities, and they also love connecting with humans. They kind of love interacting with people. So this is kind of asking you to step outside your comfort zone and connect with people that, with anyone really. Sometimes, I feel like most people can be a little weird about these sort of things. And I've always been the type of person, like, I can connect with anybody. I can relate with anybody. And I've always I've had so many different friends, and I've never really had a community or a group, because all my individual friends, they wouldn't get along with each other because they're so different. But I just have this way of kind of connecting to lots of random people, and I love it. I enjoy it, even if it's for like a short time. You just enjoy the interaction and connection. And that's one of the lessons I've learned later in life. I'm sorry, I'm like kind of making this about me a bit, but it's one of the lessons that I've learned later in life, to just enjoy the time you have with an individual. Try to stay away from your phone and really just take the time to get to know that individual and connect with them as much as you can, and respecting boundaries, of course, but just making the best of what you have, and just kind of honoring that connection, that oneness that is so that runs through humanity, and if you've had trouble with this, if you've kind of had trouble, either if you're feeling alone, or if you've had trouble going out of your comfort zone, or like meeting new people or connecting with people who are different from you, your ancestors are saying, hey, just chill, we got you, like, relax, you can do it, like, yeah. So I just, it's kind of a really light, happy energy here, and also an energy of like curiosity and learning, and there doesn't have to be a reason or a purpose for certain interactions or for certain relationships. It's just what makes sense to you, just what makes you happy, so don't hold yourself back based on expectations, or someone, oh, they're too different from me, they'll never like me. Just keep it simple, just a smile, some small talk, just be kind, and just reach out, because you never know. Sometimes, what you have to offer to another, even if it's not what they're providing for you. I just feel like so much can come out of this for you. It could be, new relationships, new lovers in your life, new friends, or even networking or opportunities, or simply new experiences and new adventures. Just live, just chill, and connect with people. And if there's people that, you're not, it's like, oh, like, I don't think we'll get along, it's okay, just let them go. Don't take things too much to heart. Kind of, go with the flow. Just keep swimming, keep going forward. Because I feel like you're the type where you're so free and lively and energetic, and perhaps that hasn't been an easy life, even though you are so happy by nature, but maybe you've struggled in connecting with people or finding authentic relationships. Your ancestors are saying, you are fine as you are. Let people go who don't resonate, and make an effort to communicate and connect with people that, who, even though they may be really different from you, ultimately you're one soul. There's an energy that, just the same energy that runs through us. So honor that, and put that first in your life. I'm sorry, that's my laptop, and it's on Do Not Disturb, but it still keeps beeping for some reason, and I don't know why. So apologies. So this, I don't know if I read it out loud, but it says interact and relate, and this says community, family, traditions. So I think this is also asking you to kind of go outside your comfort zone a little, and to, either create your own tradition. If you are invited, take part in other people's traditions. just learn to expand and grow, and really just, you know, without holding on too hard, without kind of attaching yourself, just learn to embrace everybody, the diversity and uniqueness that is, you know, is just so prevalent in all of us. 8 of shells, the hangman, 2 of acorns, the devil, or the shadow, and knight of feathers. Okay. These 2 cards came up in the previous one too. I'm just saying that if you were kind of debating whether you should go there too, then go there. Otherwise, you know, if this was the only one you were called to, then don't worry about it. So give me 1 second to kind of study the cards. Okay. So this is about finding belonging right where you are. You don't necessarily need to go somewhere else to find the acceptance you are seeking. Even though maybe you've felt that way a lot, maybe you kind of, I get the sense that a lot of you, though your energy is just so light and free and beautiful, you've struggled with having genuine relationships. Maybe it's the fact that you are so genuine and authentic and just truly just a sweet person that other people don't like embrace that about you, or other people maybe have shamed you for it. That's not a characteristic that is so dominant, right? It's a very unique thing. It's a gift to actually be that person. So honor that within yourself, and you will find acceptance wherever you are, and it doesn't have to always look like how you picture it, and I feel like sometimes even those that maybe, who maybe have that picture perfect Instagram of, the perfect friends, the perfect all that, aren't as happy as you, don't really have the authenticity and genuine connection that you do. So you don't need to compare yourself. You don't need to hold yourself back. Be who you are, be free, be loving, and don't be afraid of this, of having different type of friends or types of communities. You can be multiple things at once. Life is more fun that way. Life is so boring when you're just the same thing every single day, every single time. It's the same people, same pattern, same, I think a lot of people enjoy that, which is, good for them, but I don't think you're that type of person. So don't hold yourself back from just going wherever you feel called to, and kind of enjoying the variety of interaction, connection, beauty, wisdom, tradition, colors, tastes, smells that, life has to offer you. So just be free. And I feel like some of you are kind of doubting your own ability to do this, and doubting whether almost like, is something wrong with me? Why am I like this? Your ancestors are saying nothing is wrong with you. You are perfect as you are. So chill, rest. You're fine as you are. And if this is something where you've kind of like, you've gone through phases in life where maybe people have hurt you, or, stabbed you in the back, it's important that you heal and not change who you are just because other people aren't happy with it. So don't ever compromise on your own authenticity and your needs, and the things about you that make you so unique and special. Don't compromise on that. Sorry, my cards were peeling a little bit. So let's put clarifiers for your tarot. Ooh, okay. So you have the Ace of Swords, King of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Death, and the Fool. Okay. Wow, this is amazing. And you got 2 on 2 here. Okay. So I feel that, if you've kind of not been able to accept yourself for who you are, that is changing. You're coming into a new cycle in life where you'll feel so free to be yourself that you will naturally attract so many people and so many, kind of diverse folks who help you like grow and kind of, expand your perception, your world, who really help you kind of live life to the fullest. And the key here is to, even if you feel like someone is so different, I don't know what they're gonna do for me, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get along with them. It could be that, you have something to offer them. Perhaps, just seeing you, their eyes are open to a new way of living, a new way of understanding. There's so much that wisdom that you have to share with others as well. So be generous with your time and attention. I'm not saying to allow people to overstep your boundaries or drain your own energy, but be present and be there for other people, if that's the most you can do, because that will make such a big difference in the long run. And sometimes you won't really realize the effect that you're having on the other person until later down the road. And for a lot of you, your intuition will guide you and protect you. So keep exploring, keep learning, growing, connecting. And if something is kind of off, maybe your intuition is warning you about a certain person, then listen to that. And I think whatever has held you back in the past will also change. So you may realize that perhaps you were shamed for your strengths, or you say, you were the smartest person in class and no one else was as smart as you, so you didn't have any friends. But now people around you will value your intellect and your, whatever it is that you may have felt that you needed to suppress within yourself, or kind of that has been like the source of envy from others. that very thing will end up being your strength and attract the right people towards you. You will be kind of honored for that. So try your best to kind of let go of fear, let go of the past especially. But it's not the past as much as the fear from the past that has been lodged into your present energy. So try to free yourself away from that and know that you are perfect as you are. And your ancestors want you to know that too. They just want you to embrace all opportunities and connections that come to you, because and I feel like those are also characteristics that you have inherited from your ancestors. Whatever that has, in the past, made you kind of resent within yourself, whether it's your intelligence or even your beauty, or it could be privilege too. Whatever you were shamed for, the one aspect, the major aspect that made you feel like you are not like everyone else, and maybe other people resented it, envied it, shamed you for it, but now that very thing is bringing towards you all that you desire, including so much love and happiness and connection. And I think you'll find that, you will find your soul tribe. And even if you don't, I think you will find your soul tribe. What am I saying? They may not be traditional, is what I'm trying to say. You may be like a unique bunch of people, but you click so well, you get along, and you'll kind of have your own your own traditions, if you will. So that it's like a beautiful time for you. So take advantage of where you are, meet people, learn, be open-minded, connect with others, because so much is coming for you. Ooh, look at this. It says, we are easing the blockage which is holding you back. Go for it. Wow. Okay. And I love that there's like a water element here too. And I feel like your ancestors are kind of releasing those blocks so you can finally flow freely and move forward and let go. And if you've kind of felt stuck for a while, if you felt like like you've had to kind of keep these blocks in place because you can't flow, they were there for protection, but now they're being released. You're freed from that. So this is a really lovely, happy reading. Even though you may not see this right now, pile 3, what is coming is kind of this really loving freedom and adventure and learning and exploring and happiness, and especially with unexpected people. That is coming for you. So I hope this reading resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. And good luck to you. I really hope you find your soul tribe, and I hope you are accepted for exactly who you are. So sending you much love, pile 3. We will see you next time. Take care. Welcome, pile 4, to your reading. So we're going to come back to this at the end, and we have illusion and treat your body well with exercise, meditate, and massage. So this has to do with your body and healing. Of course, take this card at face value. Make sure to exercise more. Meditation is just as important as exercise. Exercise is to the physical body what meditation is for your energy bodies, and like your ethereal bodies. So, and your mind especially. So, make sure to balance that and take care of that. Massage as well. I think in addition to these more, perhaps there is healing that is needed, especially if you're, there's a specific illness you're going through, or something that could run in the family even. It's kind of, your ancestors are letting you know that you have the power to transcend it. And we inherit these, certain, I don't want to say disease, but, we inherit things from our ancestors' bodies so we can heal them. And it's kind of, it's part of our life journey and our purpose and duty to kind of heal, so we don't pass it down to our descendants as well. And, sometimes that's not always possible. It's sometimes that, it's not, we may not understand why, and everybody can be in a different situation. But if there's a certain aspect of your body that needs to be healed, that is especially one that may be inherited, or even something if it's not inherited, if there's something that needs to be healed within your body, know that your ancestors are helping you with it. And with the illusion card, I specifically feel that perhaps this is something that, it could be something new that, that you have, that maybe you're aware of, or something that you are going through that your ancestors did not go through. So don't be afraid to kind of break tradition or break away from patterns, especially, diet or exercise or habits or kind of routines that we've inherited from our ancestors. Don't be afraid to change that. So for example, if kind of in your family, exercise is not really a thing that's valued, not say you're not like from a very athletic family, know that you can break that. Don't be held back by the illusion that somehow you are not enough for something, or you're not capable of something, because you can break away from those traditions. So this goes for all aspects of your life as well. If you are kind of suffering through something, or experiencing some discomfort, disease, or, something where your body is not healed completely 100%, know that the fact that, this issue is there is because it wants to be healed. And don't be afraid to break family cycles or traditions or expectations in order to put your body first and heal. So let's pull some tarot. Wow, okay, that was quick. I had kind of shuffled before we began when I put the other cards away, so it was just ready to go. So you have Ace of Acorns, Two of Feathers, the Lovers, which is love in this deck, Ace of Shells, and Three of Crystals, which is Three of Pentacles. Ace of Shells is Ace of Cups. So this is really awesome because you have two aces, which kind of signify like luck in a reading. So it's kind of already, you know, this is something so wondrous, and there's an element of luck and blessing that is coming through. You know, with the Lover's card, I also feel that healing is assured, especially with it being in the center. Healing, coming back to harmony, coming back to normal. That, you know, that sense of union, what is not, you know, at harmony in your body will come to harmony. So let's go through each of the tarot here. So with this Ace of Acorns, you know, I feel that it's the Ace of Wands. So I feel that this is asking you to manifest the healing that you need. Don't give up on it. Don't accept it just because, you know, you've looked for so long and something hasn't come up, or, you know, don't give up on yourself. Know that healing will come, even if at the moment you feel like things are stuck, that you know, you've looked for a solution, you've looked for a way to heal, and it doesn't necessarily even have to be in the physical body. This could be healing that is needed in the mental body, or even the energy body. You know, this could be a pattern you've inherited. It could be habits, you know, mental habits, thoughts that you've kind of, you know, inherited from your family. This could also be energetic karma, which just means, you know, the energy that is passed down from your ancestors. So movement and meditation are actually one of the most effective ways to release energetic you know, blockages or imbalances. So explore options there, especially things like yoga, you know, can really help. I think what's shown here is Thai massage, which is, you know, kind of a combination of stretching and massage. So feel free to, you know, if you're kind of feeling called to this image, to reach out to a Thai masseuse or Thai you know, practitioner of this skill, this art, because it could really help. And if you felt like, you know, you've looked for so long, you've been trying to manifest this for so long and it hasn't happened, have hope. That's just an illusion, you know, the answer's kind of hidden from you right now, but the answers will come, the healing will come. So know that you are kind of destined to heal whatever it is that, you know, is kind of resonating with you in this message. It could be physical, mental, energetical, whatever it is. You will heal, and you will actually experience a great sense of love and trust as you do this, like in the universe and your ancestors. You may feel that you're experiencing something as a form of punishment, but that's not true. You may also feel that, you know, I don't think a solution will ever come up. And then when it finally does, you'll be like, oh my God, like I could have never seen this coming. I can't believe how loved and taken care of I am. And you'll feel like, oh my God, it was a blessing for me to go through this journey and finally arrive at this, you know, stage of healing. So I feel like that's the energy that is kind of meant to come towards you. So you will heal whatever ancestral pattern, or even something that you've inherited that maybe your mother and father, your grandparents don't quite have. You or not to say mother and father, you could have two mothers and two fathers too, that your parents or your near family, that they don't have, but you're experiencing something. Those answers will come, and you will transcend that. And whatever you're going through, it's to lead you to the ultimate joy and fulfillment and abundance. So there's also a sense that this healing will will lead you to a soul tribe, or it could be a soul mate. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could also be a soulmate in terms of just, someone you've shared a close soul bond with. So it will lead you to people who I feel are really, who really understand you and will help you heal. So this solution may also come from the outside. And don't give up. Don't stop looking for answers. Take a pause if you must. It's okay sometimes, to just say, I'm tired, I give up, I'm just gonna take a break. It's okay, life goes on. And even if you just kind of take a break for 2 years, 5 years, whatever it is, something you'll feel, something new will kind of come up that will lead you to explore an option for healing. So don't be held back by, illusions that a cure doesn't exist or a healing doesn't exist, because or even this sense that, even if it's a disease that cannot be cured, is incurable, that you will suffer because of it or you'll be unhappy, because that's not true either. So the star card popped out, and that is lovely because that means healing. So what I will do is take a card from the bottom and put it over the star card, because wow, the star card has been coming up in almost like every reading I do, because I've been doing this at every single reading where I have to hide the nudity because, YouTube guidelines. So that's the star card. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Nine of Wands, Nine of Swords. Okay. So firstly, with this star card popping out, that's the card of like ultimate healing for me. So whatever this is, with your body or mind, you will find the answer. You will heal. Even if you don't get rid of it completely, you will be able to manage it to a point where you can do whatever you want in life. You won't feel constricted or, held back by this anymore. So have faith in that, because that faith and that hope and the belief that you will heal, that healing will come to you, that a solution is out there, that's important. It's an important belief to hold, because that is what allows room for this healing to come to you. So have faith, because it will come. So it's clear that this is something that you've struggled with for a long time. It's clear this is something that you've kind of looked for answers for so long. You've come to dead ends. You've struggled for so long, but it will pay off. All the work you have done will also pay off. So nothing you have done has been a waste, because it's all been a journey. It's all been a process to lead you to where you need to be. So, if there is a part of you that just wants to believe this, allow that. Allow yourself to dream of what life would look like when you've completely healed. Because again, that is very important, to have that belief, to have that imagination, to have that energy within you, of making space for the ultimate healing, how life would be if you were completely healed. So keep your thoughts positive, keep your prayers and hope and imagination positive, because that will bring you closer and closer to the solution. And if this is, you're there, this may last a bit longer than you expect, maybe. I'm not saying the solution will just come tomorrow. This may be something that you've struggled with for a while, but don't lose hope, don't lose faith, don't give up, because things can change, things can turn around at the last minute. So don't ever give up. Don't lose faith at all. And it's okay to take a break if you're tired. And rest if you need to, but don't stop. Keep moving forward, keep looking for the solutions, keep doing what brings harmony and ease and comfort to your body in that meantime, because the solution will come. So I also feel that, some of you are feeling kind of alone in this process, because perhaps you feel that you're suffering through this alone, but you may also meet other people who are going through the same thing, and once you meet them eventually, you'll realize, oh my God, like I finally feel understood. I feel listened to. I feel like someone finally, understands me. So you will have that. You will have the acceptance and understanding that you are craving, and you're not alone. Even though it may feel that way at times, ultimately you are not alone, and help will come. So let's pull your final card. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Give yourself time, be kind to yourself, and heal in your own way. Okay, so that's what your ancestors want to tell you. Give yourself time is what we talked about. It's going to take time. It's not going to be something that, will happen overnight, but it's something that will eventually come, and be kind to yourself. So take care of your body in that process. And if you have to break a family tradition to do that, if you have to kind of break through any limitation or, rules or something like that, to just allow yourself to be comfortable and, just in your own body, do that. And heal in your own way. So, put yourself first and know that what you are going through, even though you may feel like you don't have answers, and that may be very true, you probably don't have the answers right now, but you are not alone. And that doesn't mean, just because you're going through something doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be happy, that you don't deserve to enjoy life. So whatever is blocking you from enjoying yourself, being comfortable in your own body, including feeling accepted and happy, give yourself that, and allow that to come to you as well. The fact that you just deserve to feel comfortable in your own body, and healing will come, and again, with the time here, healing will come. It says something here. This says, especially examined. So interesting. And I feel that with that word especially, that, perhaps you feel that, you're alone in this journey, but your ancestors are with you. So call upon, your ancestors for guidance, the divine for support, ask for what you need, prioritize your well-being, your body, your mental health, all of it, because you will heal. You deserve to be happy, and healing will come to you. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when, and it's guaranteed to come to you. So have faith, pile 4. I'm sending you much love and healing. I will say a prayer for you right after this. So yes, have faith, and we'll see you next time. Take care.